coming into this game.
All right, brace yourselves. Highlights from BYU and Toledo.
First
Play from scrimmage for BYU. Taysom Hill. Oh, hello there, Jonah Trineman.
Yeah.
Welcome to BYU football 75 yards later, touchdown.
We've seen Jonah Trineman in the offseason. They continue to say, hey, he's got this breakaway speed. He can get separation. And we just haven't seen it until this play right here. I love it. Ty Detmer dials up a bomb on the first play of the game.
Toledo right back. Terry Swanson, 8-yard touchdown rush. We're tied at 7, so about 2.5 minutes into the game, 2 touchdowns. Then Jamal Williams would break off a 20-yard run, the first of many lengthy gains for Jamal. Sets up a 1-yard touchdown run, Brian Logan.
Yeah, Jamal, man. I mean, you can tell his maturity. We talked about it all in the offseason, how he's a different person, and he really displayed that tonight.
Interception by Diane Lake of BYU. That was Logan Woodside's second interception of the season, and a good run back by Lake.
Yeah, really.
Right here, man. I don't know what was. Oh, the quarterback! Oh,
yeah, that's
sad.
a fine. That's a fine.
Yes, right. Yes.
Sets up Jamal Williams' second rushing touchdown. BYU up 21-7, feeling good.
Well, you got to continue to feed the beast. Jamal averaging 9.5 yards per carry.
Beautiful ball from Woodside, and John Vea takes it 79 yards to make it 21-14. So BYU, they're going to get the ball back and score right into the second quarter. They're stuffed for one of the few times on the night, and then Woodside 26 yards to Corey Jones. What do you see here, David?
Yeah, just another breakdown in communication on the back end, and this is what Woodside did all night to BYU's defense, just picked him apart time and time again.
Francis Bernard sack of Logan Woodside, and that's notable because that's the first sack the Rockets have given up all season. It would lead to a blocked field goal, and that was a big stop by BYU going into half, Brian.
Yeah, man, it's huge, man. When you can get a block like this going into halftime to slow down the momentum and just come out extra juice and knowing, hey, we can actually stop these guys.
Tomasi Laulile with the blocked kick. Into the third quarter, Logan Woodside, John Vea again.
And this comes down to BYU, just no pressure on Woodside. BYU lacked that all night, could not get pressure on him, and Woodside just picked apart.
That just comes down to switching the cornerbacks. That's what
BYU would respond with Jamal Williams and his third touchdown run, this one from 48 yards away, 28-28. And the old WAC-style shootout is on in Provo. What'd you see right here? A ton of breakdowns as Thompson, all he does is make big plays for the Rockets.
Man, I mean, credit Thompson, but I mean, there's just no lack of effort, just straight up technique. I mean, I don't understand what was going on with the secondary.
It would lead to a field goal, but BYU and Jamal Williams again from long distance. Look at the blocking downfield.
Well, we saw this last week against West Virginia as BYU's offensive line has improved tremendously through the first 4 or 5 games. And then what I love is seeing Nick Kurtz, number 5, down the field blocking for Jamal.
Yeah.
If he doesn't step that block, Jamal does not.
It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a pretty block, but he got the job done.
He just got in the way.
62-yard touchdown run for Williams. That made it 35-31, and then Woodside right back down with Toledo. They're back up by 3 after a touchdown pass. Don't blink. Here comes Squally Canada for his first touchdown run as a BYU Cougar.
Well, BYU continued to gush this Toledo defense rushing. BYU had 338 yards rushing on the night.
Brian, I know you have a thing or two to say about this play right here as the Rockets respond again. Guess who? Cody Thompson, that time 78 yards.
Well, I mean, we talked about it coming into the game, how he's first in the nation this year, third in the nation last year. That shows you right there.
Still in the fourth quarter, Jamal Williams into the end zone. Great. No, called back for holding. That would set up Rhett Allman's first field goal of the night. And it's 45-45. And David, you alluded to this earlier. Kai Nakua, the ball hawk.
I love it. Wide factor pick. Got to give it to him. Just
Nope.
kidding. Jamal deserves it 100%.
False.
But Kai coming up with a big play. We see him hawking that ball through the first few games. And sure enough, comes up with a huge pick.
Jamal Williams takes, could have taken a Mack truck into the end zone right there. BYU up 52-45. Again, turning the turnover into touchdown. Logan Woodside. Watch the man on the outside for Toledo in the yellow jersey. He's standing out of bounds. Now, if he comes back in and makes the play, that's a penalty, right?
Yeah, can't be the first guy to touch the ball once you go out of bounds. Now, if the DB forces you out of bounds and you come back in, you can be the first person because you got
establish
forced.
your feet. Yep.
It ends up as a 7-yard Kareem Hunt touchdown run. Toledo opts to go for 2, and somehow They pay it off to go up
And I
one.
talked about BYU needs a break. BYU needs a break. And when he fumbled that on the two-point conversion, I said, there's our break. BYU's going to come away with the win. Nope, not the case.
Throw of the night from Taysom Hill to Colby Pearson. The Cougars had to drive with 1:11 left on the clock. Pearson across midfield. And Rhett Ullman just inside the uprights for the win at the buzzer. 55-53. BYU survives.